They keep coming in, folks. Hear a story and share a story. Share your story right here on Tales of the Unknown. The videos made just for you in hopes that we can get your stories out there and somebody else has had that same experience and you'll finally know that you're not alone. So get those stories into me. Contact information is in the video description below. And I'm Rick, by the way. Alright, this one here I believe you're going to want to settle in because we have a case of a good old-fashioned haunting. That's right, folks. Grew up in an old schoolhouse. Can provide link to the actual house, but afraid of exposing my identity. Moved to a remodeled schoolhouse in Oregon, USA, when I was 3 or 4 years old. Grew up in this house. Original schoolhouse was built in 1870 when Oregon was a legit frontier. The original settlers owned the mountain, meaning most of the residents could track their lineage to the original settlers. We were very much outsiders. The original schoolhouse burned down twice in its original location, which was about a quarter mile from the new schoolhouse, which was built in the 1920s. The original location is also where the community graveyard is. Oh boy. My bedroom was the original boys' dressing room in the school. When you walked out of my room, you would walk onto a stage, which had been converted into a living room. There were some instances that were pretty odd, but we'll just start with this. The house had a real bad vibe. There are particular areas that it felt like someone was sneaking up behind you or chasing you. What really traumatized me was the dreams. Remember 3 in particular that were very strange. One, I had a bad dream and went into my parents' room. Just remember being upset. They put a sleeping bag at the bottom of the bed. As I was in the sleeping bag, I started to feel pinching coming from under me. It didn't say it was the devil, but I effing knew it was. It said to me, "Your parents can't protect you from me," in a voice that again was pure evil. I'm now 13. My parents remodeled my room, and we had hardwood floors. When they remodeled, they noticed floor access to under the house, in my closet. In other words, there was a trap door in my closet. Of course, I'm interested. Open it up, look in there, and go to sleep. I wake up in a dream where I'm in the fetal position in my closet and I'm just hearing a terrible, terrible noise. I'm scared to look up. It's like if you've seen someone gasping for air, that's the best way I can explain it. It's a deep, disturbing, grunting noise. I peer up to look and see what it is, and I see a man. I'm getting goosebumps, LOL. With hair like long, blonde hair. Looked like Kurt Cobain. His head was looking at his toes, so I couldn't see his face. It was covered in wet hair. He's soaked, leather jacket, logging clothes. He was holding an axe in one hand, looking at his feet, making this god-awful noise I could ever imagine. The most god-awful noise. It really effed me up. Did I mention this was an old logging community? Last dream I had was a great one, but very strange. My grandma passed, and a couple of days later I had the most lucid dream I've ever had in my life. It was simply my grandmother holding me by both shoulders, saying, "Take care of your mum," over and over again. Later in my life, that advice had great relevance. Unsure if anyone will find this interesting, but I can pretty well assume some really bad stuff happened in that schoolhouse. There were also doors and entrances to the attic that were boarded up and made into walls. Considering most families inbred up there, just get the feeling there was some pretty foul stuff that happened, especially in the frontier days. Wow. Yeah. This one comes to us from Pray for Mojo 111, and that's really. I would love to see the link. If you want to share that link, it's totally anonymous. I don't share any information that nobody wants to be shared, only the stories that they want to share. So we would love to see that link. Maybe we can get some more history. We could do some research on that place there and get some more history on it for a future show. That would be great. Thank you so much for Pray for Mojo. Now remember, if you too want to share your story, please do so anytime. You can come on the air and tell it yourself, or you can send it to me in a message and I'll read it, or even email me a voice message and we'll play it right on the air here. So thank you so much for another episode of Tales of the Unknown. This is Rick. You guys have a great day. Take care.